Hi there.
Hi.
I'm Ann O'Brien.
Hi, I'm Catherine DeMonte.
And we are here to give you a little energy healing demo. And Catherine volunteered. She works as a therapist here in LA. And I'm going to do a little ruffling and fluffing of her aura and chakras, which is a fancy way of saying I'm going to help her balance her energy. We all need it, even if we're therapists or healers, right?
Right, absolutely.
So I want to give you a little taste because I do have some classes coming up in Awakening Your Healing Energy, and I know people have been asking me and would love to know, like, what is this really and what am I going to learn? And this is to show you. So thanks for checking it out. So what I start with whenever I start my healings is I'm going to call in my healing guide.
Okay.
And some people are excited by that. Some people are a little weird about that. It's not like a ghost. It's not like I'm going to channel and change my voice or anything. I'm just going to invite a high level, kind of angelic, spiritual presence to come and just connect to my hands, to guide my hands to work with Catherine. And if I was doing this over the phone or Skype, which is in my program, I'm teaching how to do it by distance, which works just as well. I would just picture the person there and do the same thing. But since we're here in person, we're going to do it in person.
Wonderful.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my... Woo! He's right here. I have a couple of them. I have many, but I have a couple that I work with mainly. So I'm going to call in a couple of my healing guides, and they're just plugging into my hands. And I'm staying in my own body. I'm just staying here grounded, and I am going to work with Catherine on the same. So what we'll do, I think I'll just slide this back so we can see. Okay, so we didn't practice this part. So we're going to see Catherine and sitting in the chair. Look, she's got her cute toes painted, feet on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to come up and I am going to just start with her grounding. And what I do with grounding is I imagine like a tree trunk connecting from her hips to the center of the earth. Okay, and I'm going to walk around the other side behind the camera. Here I go. Okay, so Catherine, take a deep breath out. And she doesn't have to do anything. I tell her what I'm doing because when I tell my client what I'm doing, they tend to do it, but they don't have to do it. It's not about trying to make something happen as the receiver. There. So I just felt that click. I just felt your grounding click in. There's a little energy in the back, in the lower back, where the grounding cord would connect into the back. So the whole area around the hips, what we call the first chakra by the tailbone and sacrum, connects to survival. So there may be some fears about survival, a sense of uncertainty, so a sense that you don't fully have a grip on it. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Right? So the grounding cord would be help us feel safe and secure in the world. So I'm just going to work specifically, if you want to slide forward a little bit, Catherine, I'm just going to work on this area in the back and just helping to seal the grounding cord so that you can feel 100% like somebody's got your back, right? Like you're safe, like you're provided for, like you're taken care of. Woo! And I'm also just sensing that there may be some energy in there that's not yours as well, probably your husband's energy,
that makes sense.
his fears as well. Little panic even.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, so sending him love. And the thing is, when we get into survival, we think we need to be like, on red alert to take care of the emergency, but it continues to perpetuate a more emergency, right? It doesn't attract the sense that we're looking for of really being taken care of. So just moving it out and saying, I love you, and I'm not going to be in an emergency with you, and I'm just going to be in my own center. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking
Okay. And then I'm just going to work on her. I'm not going to take the camera down again. You already saw her toenails, but I'm going to work on her. Just her earth energy circulating from down below the building. Yeah, that was the weaker spot. Your grounding was actually good, but the legs, most of us forget to have energy in our legs. Most of us live sort of from the waist up or even from the neck up, depending on how many hours you spend at a desk or, sort of who you are in your sort of natural tendencies. So most of us have to work at getting into our legs. So there you go. A nice thing for you, Catherine, would be to lay against the wall, put your feet up the wall. Do you ever do that?
No.
It's a simple yoga stretch. Okay.
No.
Not really. I mean, it's a light stretch. It's a really gentle, relaxing thing that anybody can do.
Like an L?
Most anybody. Yeah, like an L. So
Okay.
your back is on the ground, your hips are against the wall, and your legs are straight up.
Okay.
And you can also elevate your hips. You can put a bolster or some blankets underneath your hips.
Okay.
And that's even more restorative for you.
Oh, okay.
And that'll get more circulation into your legs.
Okay. Thank you.
But walking is good. Anything you can do to just get some energy moving through your legs.
Okay.
Okay. Do you feel that on this side?
I do.
Okay, good. So now I'm going to come up and I'm going to start going through her chakras, which, as I mentioned, is a fancy word for the energy centers in the body. So just going to do a little energy balance. Okay. Crown chakra is very good, very open. I don't mean to say good and bad. I don't mean to put a judgment on it. It's more open in the front than in the back. There's a little pollution in the back, I want to say. Old programming, old conditioning about spirituality. Could be religion or society or family or culture. It's nothing really bad. It's nothing really dramatic. It's just sort of like you kind of pushed it off to the side and you focus forward on a newer sense of abundance, expansion, and new beliefs, new systems, new worldview. There could be a little bit of a sort of an integration. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Of the past, sort of seeing, having an unconditional space of forgiveness that in the past there did seem to be more limitation just on Earth as a whole. And nothing was wrong with that time or those people or those systems, and just bringing your sense of expansion that you have now to include that. Okay, so going down to the sixth chakra. A lot of energy. Oh my goodness, you work really hard. I mean, you're a therapist, so you talk to people a lot, you analyze a lot. The sixth chakra people think of as the spiritual, the third eye, which it is, but it's also our ability to put things together, our abstract intuition that gets little pieces, little insights of, this and that, and puts it together and makes a story about it, or draws conclusions, or evaluates. So this could be an area just to consciously soften every day and relax it every day.
Okay.
Imagining being more in the back of your head.
Okay.
Like you, the conscious being, sitting a little further back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Leaning back. There you go. And looking is actually receiving. It's not trying to go out there and see what's out there and get what's out there. So just thinking more of receiving not only what you see, but also what you comprehend from your clients and the world around you. Just letting the images come, letting the insight come.
Okay.
Because you're very insightful. Okay, so fifth chakra. And again, there's a little more energy in the front than in the back. This is a theme so far. I'm just saying hello to balancing it out. Okay. I don't see you as someone who strains around communication, but there's a little something coming up like that. It's not about saying less. It might actually be about saying more, but just more relaxation about communication.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And the heart chakra is very open. This is a strength, a real strong spot in you. You have a very sensitive, very big empathetic, what's that word? Empathetic heart? Yeah.
Thank you.
Back of the heart. You miss your kids?
No.
You see your kids
enough?
enough?
I see them all the
time.
time.
What is it I'm seeing? There's just a little bit of lonely, or a little bit of like you'd like a little more connection.
Yeah.
It's not about your kids. It's
No,
just general.
Yeah.
General. Okay. And then third chakra. Yes, I see the Wheel of Fortune. I see the tides turning. Wheel of Fortune can be up or down, but it feels like an upswing for you. It feels like things are churning, things are moving, things are just moving.
Good.
Like there's new things you're chewing on, so to speak.
Yeah.
Specifically with your work and your life and how you can make it all happen. And looks like there's some hope and there's some optimism.
Good.
And then the second chakra, you have a strong second chakra. Also, this is the ability to feel. This is more, if the heart chakra is more empathy, then second chakra is more sympathy. And it's more just your primal feelings, like a child would feel, right? So you're well connected to your feelings. There's a little stickiness. I would say sometimes in your personal life you could detach a little more.
What do you mean by detach?
Detach. I would say like be in a space of spiritual surrender.
Okay.
You know?
Don't be attached.
So let go, because you feel so much and you connect so easily. And it's not about disconnecting or getting cold, but it's sort of transfer the tendency to connect emotionally into a bigger spiritual sense of you're already connected and this is all part of it, and it's this wave of pleasure that's just wow, here it is, but it's not about any relationship or situation specifically.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of surrendering more?
Like surrendering more.
Acceptance. Okay.
Yeah. And also just you don't have to work so hard.
Okay.
Emotionally, at communication, at seeing, at analyzing, just that's a theme. Don't work so hard. Okay, so we're just about done here. Went a little longer than I thought. That tends to happen. So I am just checking now Catherine's aura. Turn your palms up, and I'm just going to just make sure the energy is flowing through the arms. Okay, one more time on this side. Okay. You have a strong ability to connect to spirit through your hands too.
Wow.
Connect to energy.
Wow, I didn't know that, but when you did that, I really felt.
Yeah.
I thought you were touching me.
I know, that tends to happen. So I'm just balancing. The aura is basically like the electromagnetic field around her body, and just balancing that. And a lot of us forget to have it around our feet, so I'm just bringing it down and around, tucking it into that grounding cord, which is that tree trunk from her hips to the center of the earth. Okay, so the very last thing is I'm going to fill you in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine above your head a big golden sun. So I'm going to stand up for this, and let's see. This is not a professional video, but we do our best. So let's imagine a big golden sun above your head. If you want to close your eyes, Catherine, you can visualize this with me. You don't have to work hard at it. So we'll put a magnet in here, and we're going to call all of Catherine's love and light and power and energy that she's given away to others, knowingly or unknowingly, past, present, future. So calling her energy out of other people, family, friends, clients, anybody she's had her attention on. And we'll call her energy back from the future, from the past. A lot coming back from the past, Catherine. The reason we do this is because a point of power is in the present moment. So we honor the past, but we bring our energy into here and now. Bring our power also from the future, because you need to be here to get to that future. There you go. Calling your energy back from other places. And we're going to see the sun get really big and bright in this blazing ball of gold. And put a magnet in it and allow it to call to you anything that you're meant to receive, whether we know it, ask for it or not. And then let this just beautiful golden sun pour through your body. And imagine receiving that light. Okay, the back of the heart, back of the third chakra, back of the second chakra. It's filling especially the back, but it's filling your whole body all the way down to the tips of your toes, tips of your fingers, the face, the jaw, the stomach, the organs internally, as well as the chakras and the energy channels. You don't have to know what all that is, you just receive. And if you know what that is too, that's cool. And let this golden ball of light just expand in front and back, left and right, above and below. So enjoy. Let me sit down
lovely.
here.
That's so
Yay.
good.
Yay. Thank you for receiving.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for giving it to me.
My
It's
pleasure.
beautiful. Just beautiful. Good. I like your words of wisdom.
Thank
I like
you.
when you said whether you know it or not, or ask for it or not, to receive it. And I
Yeah.
think that's a beautiful way to put it.
Absolutely.
Take that with me.
Yay.
Use it.
Yay. Alrighty, so thank you all for checking out our little energy healing demo. Again, I'm Ann O'Brien, and I'm offering an upcoming program called Awaken Your Healing Energy. If you go to floweringsoul.com, you'll see it spelled out below this video. There's a little pop-up window that'll come up. There's also a Meditation 101 class, and then following that is the Awaken Your Healing Energy. And you can check that out. They start next week on January 21st, so Let me know if you have questions, and hope to connect to you soon. Thanks, Catherine.
You're very welcome. My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.